Hello, my name is John Baalham and I work for Antony Batty Company. And we're a firm of licensed insolvency practitioners with offices across the UK. The point of today's video is to talk about Company Voluntary Arrangements. Company Voluntary Arrangements, or CVA for short, have seen a huge rise in the last 12 months owing to the economic uncertainty. First, we had months of negotiations with our European partners in the protracted Brexit talks. And now with the larger global issue, the coronavirus pandemic, which has hit UK businesses hard. I believe the CVA procedure has not been used enough in recent times. It's a great insolvency tool at our disposal in the right circumstances. At Antony Batty Company, we've been using this procedure to great effect and have successfully restructured and saved hundreds of businesses in financial distress, often with the threat of a winding up petition weeks away, sometimes only days. CVAs have become commonplace in the high street with popular fashion stores and restaurants such as Pizza Express. In recent days there's been media reports that Pizza Hut and Yo Sushi have all engaged insolvency practitioners with the view of putting CVA proposals to their respective creditors. So, what are CVAs? Well, in brief summary, they allow the company to make a formal offer to its creditors in the form of a proposal. This process is overseen by a licensed insolvency practitioner. The CVA proposal sets out the company's assets and liabilities in a detailed plan on how the company anticipates paying those creditors back. In the main, CVAs are based on the company paying monthly contributions from trading profits to the supervisor, which are then paid out to creditors who approve their debts. The level of the overall dividend, which can be anywhere between 1 pence to 100 pence in the pound, depending on the company's projected profits. Crucially though, the proposed dividend will only be set at a realistic level to ensure the CVA is both viable to the company and fair to the creditors. It sets out the reasons behind the company's financial difficulties and the roadmap out of the situation. The CVA proposal will also explain the financial consequences to creditors, both accepting or rejecting the proposal. The outcome on a rejected proposal often ends with the company going into liquidation or administration. The meeting to agree the CVA proposals has 2 rounds of voting. The first must receive at least 75% of the vote by value from the unconnected creditors, such as trade suppliers, to be approved. Modifications can be made to the CVA proposals by creditors, and these will either be accepted or rejected by the board of directors. These will often impose a requirement for a minimum dividend, for example. The second round of voting is for the connected creditors and requires at least 50% of the vote, again by value, voting in favour of the proposals in order for it to be approved. CVAs allow the company to give underperforming shops and premises or restaurant leases, which is why we see many high street retailers entering into CVAs. The company does this by offering either heavily reduced rent, with them staying in the premises if they approve the proposal, or if the landlord doesn't accept the proposal, the company move out, which leaves the landlord with an empty premises. This may seem unfair to the landlord, but the landlord retains the right to re-enter and to forfeit the lease. And this cannot be changed by the CVA. So effectively, this means the landlord can either take the property back, although given this current economic climate, this is a risky proposition for a landlord to consider, as it's likely to be very difficult to find another tenant. This is further compounded by the landlord's requirement to meet ongoing rents, given the premises remains empty. If the landlord opts for the latter, they can claim a year's loss of rental income, and they can also claim a month's rent as dilapidations if the premises must be made good. So what are the benefits of a CVA? Well, there are many benefits. One of the key plus points of a CVA is that the directors remain in control of the business and its day-to-day management decisions. This is not the case for directors in either liquidation or administration procedures. The company remains intact, so there's no need to form a new company, change the bank accounts or assign property leases, so that it provides continuity. It relieves creditor pressure and the immediate threat of winding up petition, and these liabilities become ring-fenced by the CVA, which is a legally binding agreement between the company and its creditors. It allows you to restructure the business to reduce operational expenses such as making redundancies and disposing underperforming shops, leases. Given the significant rise in the use of CVAs over the last 12 months and the expectations that this is a sign of things to come, I believe the CVA is an excellent tool to allow companies that vital breathing space they need to turn their situation around. Antony Batty Company have been CVA specialists for over 20 years with lots of success with small, medium-sized businesses across an array of business sectors. Don't just take my word for it though. Check out some of the testimonials that our clients have provided on our website at antonybatty.com.